Hey there, this is Malorian, and this will be another War Machine Battle Report. And this is going to be my first game up against Grymkin. You know, they've been out for a little bit now, and there's actually a couple of people in this area that own them, but I just have not been paired up against them yet. And so when my opponent Mark and I were talking about the matchup, we just want to see how it go down, and so here we go. So like I said, I haven't played against them yet, but I have definitely done my research. I've been listening to lots of podcasts, watching lots of battle reports, and so I think I feel I know what the threats are, and now it's going to see if that's actually true. Now, the Arcana that he has is that he's running the Child, so the one trump Arcana is that if I go and kill something somewhere, they get an extra fury. That one I'm not really too worried about. More importantly, if I destroy a model in his control, I believe it is, then all other models get to heal. It's the sacrifice one. And the other one that can be really bad is if I kill a model within his command, which is only 5, then he gets stealth. So that one's the very key one. And I really feel like when you face Grymkin, you really have to keep in mind those Arcana, because they're kind of like gotchas, and focus on the, is it within control or command? That's a really key difference between those. So in this one here, I really know that he's going to get into me with all these gremlin swarms, contesting scenario. I'm going to do my best to kill them off, and I really do feel that if I'm careful, I can really attrition it down really well, and then just be able to catch up or go for assassination in the end. So I got to go first, which is usually pretty good, and pretty much I put up Sidekick onto Firefly, number 4. I have Electrify onto the left one. I have the Lightning Shroud onto Dynamo. I have Magnetic Field onto Nemo3, and I have Arcane Shield onto the right one. So I got all my upkeeps out. I'm all up there, and I'm just waiting to see what he delivers to me. So on his turn, he's really coming up like this. I can't remember any important spells that he does have coming out here yet, but you can see that there is a gremlin swarm kind of swarming up on the left side here. I have one of those hounds coming up on either side. The other gremlin swarms are kind of staying back. I kind of thought he might be more aggressive with them, but he is probably worried about me trying to kill them off early. Now, one of the things I really definitely want to do is kill a lot of things this turn, but I have to be very careful, because again, if I start shooting and I kill something within command, then he can just make it so everything has stealth, which would be a lot of troubles for me. So what I plan to do then is this next turn is going to be my feet. I'm going to go and try and kill off the Cage Rager on the right, because it'd be great if he didn't have that arc node going around. Plus, if I have any Electro Leaps, those shouldn't get within the range of the Child. Then I'm going to use Dynamo to kill off the Skin and Moans that's on the left. Again, if I used anything with Electro Leaps, he could then trigger it. Then if I need one final shot or something, I should be able to take it down. And then if he does trigger it, I'll just do the rest with Electro Leaps. But yeah, the only other thing I'm hoping to do is put magical attacks onto that Firefly number 4, and then going up and shooting and taking it out. Again, just trying to reduce these things as much as possible. And so that's what I do, although it didn't completely go to plan. Nemo goes up, pops feet, shoots the Cage Rager, and then everything on the right goes up and shoots, and I do end up killing the Cage Rager. I thought there was going to be more damage done with Electro Leaps, but yeah, just a lot of tops being made on these pumpkin head things. Dynamo goes up, and like you do, just shoots down the one Skin and Moans. That's when he uses the Arcana so that things have stealth. And so I just really put up the Firefly that was actually up there anyway, start shooting it, getting Electro Leaps to kill off some of these other ones that are around there. So I killed off about half of them. You know, these guys are pretty nasty. They're weapon masters, and so it's nice to try and kill them off. And so half of them gone, 2 heavies down. That's fantastic. Then gave the magical attacks onto Firefly number 4, and it was supposed to go up and kill that one gremlin swarm, but I missed. So what are you gonna do? So I feel okay. My feet took out 2 heavies, half his infantry. That's not too bad. So on his coming back then, and he basically comes into the Firefly there, really messes it up. And otherwise, it's really just all these gremlin swarms rushing across. And that's the big thing that you can do, is that, you know, it seemed like he was wasting the gremlin swarms and they were holding back, but when they get the apparition up and then run, they can get some really nasty spots. And if you look where they are now, they're contesting all my zones and they're all over my guys, so that if I activate them before I kill them, I'm going to have all these negatives, which is really going to suck. So he also, of course, controls his own zone, which is pretty easy to do with the battle engine that wants to hold back. And so, yeah, he is going to score 1 point. I am currently down 2 Fireflies, and now in a spot where I'm kind of not sure of the best way forward. I definitely would love to normally kill the Skin and Moans rather, on the left side, but I kind of figure that I can't. I need to kind of back away. I need to try and kill off as much of these gremlin swarms and things as I can, and then just kind of like really take that. Like, this will be an anti-gremlin swarm and infantry turn. So that's what I do. I didn't actually get anything into his zone, which was unfortunate, but I was able to, between some chain lightnings and giving out the magical attacks, I actually gave the magical attacks to Dynamo, and he just did some stabby. So I actually killed off 3 of the gremlin swarms now, so that's fantastic. I can now actually go and start scoring on the right zone. So basically, I score 1, he scores 1, stays even. Kind of felt a little bad for that. Like, I think Firefly number 1 could have gotten into there. But yeah, otherwise, I also killed off both his other hounds he had coming up on either flank. So nice to have those out of the way. I could not kill the gremlin swarm that's in my zone, so I just could not have enough to get that done. But yeah, otherwise, I felt this was a pretty solid turn for trying to kill off all these things. Alright, so he comes into me again, does some damage. We're trying to contest the right zone now. And so he did get a Skin and Moans onto my battle engine on the left. He was really hoping to take that out. Unfortunately for him, he did not think about Electrify, so he hit me once, did tons of damage, and then got pushed back and was out of range. And because of his facing, couldn't even attack the Firefly, so that didn't really go too well for him. He was also trying to really destroy that Firefly in the middle, and it just, the dice would not really happen, didn't really go for him. So this is still going okay. Like, he scores another point. Scenario is now starting to kind of go into his favor here, and I'm starting to get a little bit worried about that. But now I should be in a great spot where I should hopefully be able to kill off the last of these gremlin swarms, should be able to kill off the Skin and Moans, and then really from that point there, he won't have a lot to really fight me. So that's what I do. I'm able to go over and clear out the gremlin swarms, you know, chain lightnings. Jake's actually charged in and killed one and then sprinted away. And so gremlin swarm's gone. That's fantastic. That frees up Dynamo. Dynamo shoots down the Skin and Moans on the left. I believe I might have also needed a shot from the Stormstrider or something. But either way, that goes down. The last remnants of the infantry go down. Kill a Crabbit. By the way, I mean, he has a couple of these shredders here because he doesn't have enough Crabbits. But, you know, if you see a lesser, it's a Crabbit. Otherwise, I start trying to do some damage onto this battle engine of his. Do some pretty good work there. I didn't quite kill it off. But one of the things, again, that I kind of screwed up is I didn't get anything into his zone there. So I really want to kind of shut him down. I don't score on the right, but I score on my own here. He scores on his. And it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, you know, he's still up on points on me. And he really is in a spot here where he could get a lot more if he wanted. And so that's really what he does, is goes for the scores. He comes over here with the child, does a force hammer to slam out the one on the left. And I mean, if I just would have put on the sidekick onto it, then it couldn't have been slammed or pushed or anything like that. But it moves out, so he's going to score in the left zone. He just has to put a crab into my zone. He's still scoring his own, so he scores 2, and now he's up 4 points. So if he gets any more than this, I'm screwed. If he had any other more things, so he could have destroyed my objective. That would have been horrendous. But now it's like, okay, guaranteed, I need to try and kill these things off. And even though I'm way up on the attrition, he's up on scenario, and we're going to start running out of turns here, which is going to be the problem. So on my turn then, I basically go through and I kill off the battle engine. Nemo returns a favor by slamming back the one Crabbit that was in my right zone over into his zone, and then I finish it off with a shot. And yeah, pretty much everything is killed other than the child. And so what that allows me to do then is score on the bottom zone, score in the top zone, score in the right zone. I'd also destroyed the objective, and so basically now this makes it a tie game. I score 4 points, and yeah, now we're looking a lot better. But I needed to do this, right? He was so close. If he would have gone one more, I'd been over. But now it's, yeah, he's in kind of a bad spot. And so the best thing you can do is come over here with the child, get angry, go and attack, and destroy the one thing there. Basically, now he's going to score in his zone there after destroying the Reliant, so he'll get 1, but I'm going to score 2. And then on my turn, all I have to do is contest that zone and then just score on all the other things, and off I go. Hooray, I win. So was able to win this one off by scenario, but really, if you look at this at the end here, this doesn't really show how close the game was. You know, he was at 4 points. If he had figured out how to get anything more, he would have won. And it's just, I really feel that the only thing that really saved it for me was the fact that I knew to focus on those gremlin swarms, and not only that, make sure to be very careful of the Arcana. The other one I didn't make too much mention of is that I always made sure to kill off the big strong models before I went and killed any just regular infantry, so that sacrifice was basically useless for him. I could have probably used it at some point earlier, but luckily it worked out. So there you go. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments on the game or Grymkin or anything, put it down below, and we'll catch you later. Bye. Hey there, if you liked watching this video, please go down and give it a like down below you here. And if you have any concerns or questions or comments, please put those in the comment section as well. You know, the best way for me to give you what you want to see is if you tell me what you like seeing and what you don't like seeing. So otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.